All right, guys, week 2 rundown. Jesse Itzler, Build Your Life Resume course. The guy just brings fire on every call. I mean, my brain's on fire. The second week, we talk about how to build a won't stop mentality. And, you know, grit is what science tells us is the #1 indicator for if someone will be successful or not. More so than intellect, more so than money, more so than everything else is grit. Being able to, grind out the tough times, being able to push yourself, being able to get creative and find a way to get it done when it's not easy. Being able to be a grinder like that. And I think that's something that I think inherently I'm good at. I've tried to build myself for that, but you can always get a lot better, and there's a lot of gritty people out there. So there's a few ways that Jesse had suggested that we could do this. One is think about where you're under indexing. I mentioned in the last video that he ran 100 miles once, and when he first started running, his goal was to run 2 miles, and it took him a while. He wasn't in good shape. And then he ran 2 miles, and he was exhausted. He said, "There's no way I can run more than 2 miles." A couple years later, he ran 100. And he went back to that day and he said, "Man, I thought at 2 miles I was maxed out. And I was under indexing by 98 miles, 98%. He went more than what he thought was his absolute max." So it brings up the question, where in life are you under indexing, right? Could you be giving more to your significant other? Could you be putting more effort into work or working on bigger, better things? Your health, your fitness, your wellness, everything and anything. Where are you under indexing? Where do you have this thought in your mind, a limiting belief that you've already reached the max? Because you haven't reached the max in anything. You can always get better. That is a pretty heavy but a great piece that he shared. Another thing I have is some of the tactics that he does is have a mantra. And I subscribe to this wholeheartedly. Having a mantra that you can tell yourself when you're digging in, and the days that you wake up where you just don't feel good, or you're in a grind, or you just got someone hung up on you, or you just ate a piece of cake and broke your diet, or you got dumped, or all these bad things that tend to happen in our lives and come up. Having a mantra to push yourself forward. For me, I kind of have two. The one that I say, I copy this from Pete Carroll, but it's always compete. And when I'm in my marathon, or I'm in a tough situation, or anytime I'm running a Spartan race or anything like that, I'm just saying under my breath, always compete, always compete. Compete to take the next step. And it's not, I think it translates to every part of life. Like, compete to be a great brother, compete to be a great boyfriend, compete to be a great salesperson, compete to be your best. I also tell myself, that's when I'm in the heat of the moment. When I can take a step back and reflect, it's gratitude, growth, and grit. I'm grateful for what's happened in the past. I have a growth mindset for what will happen in the future, and I have grit that's going to get me through this tough time right now. And so having a mantra, you can tell yourself and repeat it and repeat it. You see all these times, like the New England Patriots have "do your job." A lot of famous teams have a mantra, whether they say it to the press or not, that they build on a certain year that just feels right, and they use that as momentum, and they use that story, and they use it as fuel. If someone doubted them, or the media doubted them, or maybe someone got injured, or all these different things, using that as fuel to push yourself to the next step. And the last one, I don't necessarily see how this goes to the won't stop mentality, but I think it's just really valuable. He just says the principle of picking up the trash. If you see trash on the ground when you're walking by, there's people that walk by, 95% of people, and there's the 5% that go pick it up. He's the one that picks it up, or one of the 5 that pick it up. Be the person that picks up the trash. Be the person that, keeps the kitchen clean at the office. Be the one that, does the small things and washes your dishes and sends the thank you letter and does all of the little pieces that add up over time. Be the person that takes out the trash. Have a mantra. Identify where you're under indexing, keep pushing forward, have grit. Read the book Grit by Angela Duckworth. There's also a lot of books that tell you about mental toughness and things like that, but huge won't stop mentality from Jesse. I love to hear that. He's clearly someone that has gutted his way and willed his way to a lot of success. So thank you, Jesse, for that. Week 2, we're done. We're going on to week 3, baby. Come on now.